Hi, in this series we're going to learn about threading inside Python. It will include sort of things like basic threading, synchronization, deadlock, and so on. So we'll just start with the simplest one, which is threading. So I'm going to create threading practice project. And wait for it to start up. So in here we're going to start with a basic problem about how to use threads. Let's just create a new program. Use threads. Define two functions. Study, and it's going to just do a follow in range 10, and it's going to print out studying. Okay, and it's gonna stay there for some time, so we're going to do import tam. Then we're going to do tam.sleep to simulate that it's going to stay there for some time there. Let's just take some random tam, so import random. We'll do random, so it's going to sleep for some seconds over there. Similarly, we're going to define another function which is called listen to music, and this one we're going to do for I in range as well. For 10 times it's going to print out listening to music, and it's also stay there for a while, so it's going to sleep for the random amount of time. Okay, then in our main, just one more space. Then in our main, okay, we're going to, let's say, if you want to call to study and if you want to call to listen to music. So if you run this one, you can either do completely the studying task and finish it first before starting to listen to music, or other ways around if you put this function first. So if we try to run this, you'll see, okay, you see that studying, so it will need to complete the studying first, okay, before listening to the music. So this one is the sequential behavior. It happens everywhere. So it's need to do the task one by one, but this one in some cases, let's say, if you have some IO intensive tasks, or you need to one task need to go to the hard disk and do some IO, okay, then if you do this one, it's not efficient. So the idea is that we would like to have the visualization, or we would like to have the ability to do two of the job at the same time if possible. Okay, ideally at the same time, but actually it's take time to do. So that is the time that the thread come in. So we do the import of thread, okay, threading. Then you would like to do that. In this case, we're gonna do, let's say, study thread equal to threading dot thread, and for this one we're gonna read it. The documentation say here threading. You need to group is, you need to specify the target over here, so the function that you would like to run and the argument if possible. So I would like to run the study method there. The next one is the music thread equal to threading dot thread listen to music. So whenever you create a new thread, okay, it's not going to execute up until you tell it to do so. So you do study dot start, okay, or you music thread dot start. Okay, so you need to tell it to start executing, so it's gonna start. So if you run this one, let's see what's the error there. Or we need to give, because the first one is a group, so we need to say the target keyword. Okay, this one is the target keyword. Okay, so you run this one, so you can study, then listening to the music, studying, listening to. You can do the studying, then listening to music, studying, then listening to the music. Then sometimes you listen to the music as well, then studying, listening to music, studying, listening to music, so on and so forth. Okay, so the computer won't take the right to either to decide to switch from one place to another. Okay, but you can see from here that you can do two things at a time: studying, listening to music, studying, listening to the music. But we don't decide the sequence. Okay, so when to switch from one thread to another, the computer gonna do that. Okay. So in the next video, if you would like to synchronize this behavior, you can do that. We do want to use the threading, but still we would like to synchronize the behavior. Okay, we can do that as well, but I think we'll do it in the next video. I think we would like to, before that, we would like to, let's say, learn how if I would like to pass some parameters to the methods itself, like studying or music over here. So let's say I would like to pass a name over here. Okay, this one is the names over here. Okay, so I would like to pass a name and say, okay, format this and say name is studying, and we'll say over here which is formatted name is listening to music. Okay, we'll better do that. So we would like to pass that. If you execute and you don't pass it, see what's going on. So study is mixing one required argument operator name. So we would like to pass that name in. So you're gonna say, okay, you're gonna pass name here is A. Okay, so you're gonna say here is B, A as well. Okay, but it doesn't. It's you need to pass argument. So this one is the key for that argument is args. Okay, so you run this one, you'll say A is studying, then A is listening to music, then studying, then listening to music. So this one is a way for us to pass the argument to the method. So this argument will be passed to the study method there. Okay, A will pass there, so A will be displayed over here. Similarly, A will also be passed to the listen to music method. So it will be passed as a name and will be printed out over here. Then the next point is how you would like to pass more than one argument. Okay, so over here you pass only one argument, but you would like to pass more than one argument, which is let's just get this one. Instead of name, you get first name and last name, and you check this one is first name. Now first name, and you would like to put the last name over here. Okay, is studying. Similarly for this one, you would like to pass the first name and the last name, and you say first name is, and also last name is listening to music. So you would like to pass first name as A and last name as B, so you should pass them as a tuple, A and B. Okay, and this one is A and B. Okay, so this one is a way for you to pass multiple arguments to a method. Over here. Okay, and they are putting as the args keyword over here, key over here, and you'll be able to pass all the arguments as a tuple. Okay, so if you run this one, you have the two threads. Okay, AB is studying, AB is listening to music, AB is on. So those are the basic ways to create the threads, and also create the threads and also pass arguments to the thread. Next video, I think we'll start with using the thread pool, which is that how to say Python does provide us a library to create the thread pool to work with this in a convenient way. Okay, so see you next time.